Revolutionary new approach to one of the most common heart problems in the world is being studied right here in San Diego.
CBS 8's Ariana Cohen talked to a local doctor about what they call pulsed field ablation and how it can save lives.
Sharp Memorial in San Diego is the first hospital on the West Coast to have this revolutionary procedure.
Definitely a revolutionary approach to the way we treat patients.
Sharp San Diego Cardiac Center's Dr. Charles Athill says pulsed field ablation is a new approach to treating atrial fibrillation. It utilizes a controlled electric field instead of thermal energy to ablate and scar cardiac tissue.
If this turns out to be a good study, it will certainly improve the outcomes for patients with atrial fibrillation.
AFib is the most common type of cardiac arrhythmia, affecting an estimated 33 million people globally. By 2030, the number of people with AFib is projected to increase by 70%.
25 watts, please.
For Dr. Athill, this hits close to home.
It is absolutely very close to home. My dad, who also had atrial fibrillation and unfortunately developed one of the most devastating complications from that, in that he had a stroke and eventually he passed away. Similarly, my older brother also suffers from atrial fibrillation and has had to deal with issues related to atrial fib, including having a stroke himself.
That personal experience is what drives him when treating his patients. He says pulsed field ablation has several potential benefits.
It's effective, potentially. It is definitely appears to be safer, and in terms of efficiency, reduces the procedure time for the patient and ultimately for the physician. Pulsed field ablation, which actually does exactly what we need to do. It zaps the abnormal circuits, but then it protects the other areas of the heart, not causing any damage.
Johnson & Johnson MedTech announced that Biosense Webster Inc. enrolled its first 400 patients in the clinical study in the United States. Dr. Athill says around 20 to 30 of those patients will be in San Diego. The study will evaluate the safety and effectiveness.
This is a clinical trial of technology that's not been approved. The initial trials were done in Europe, and that's where we got the promising data on its effectiveness, efficiency. Really excited about bringing this therapy to our patients here at the San Diego Cardiac Center and Sharp Memorial.
The first patients will undergo this procedure next week. Ariana Cohen, CBS 8.
So much innovation on so many fronts here in San Diego.
Yeah, it's awesome.